Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Contradicting reports from 3 days ago, Adam Schefter of ESPN seems to be of the opinion that the Cowboys and wide receiver Ceedee Lamb are closer to a new deal than recent reports seem to indicate. In an appearance on the network's The Pat McAfee Show, Schefter voiced his belief that a deal would get done before the start of the new season. Lamb has been spending his time away from the team as one of several premier wide receivers seeking a new deal this offseason. The former first-round pick is set to play out the fifth-year option of his rookie contract, and while that entails a fully guaranteed salary in 2024 of $17.99 million, the Oklahoma product knows that the real money lies in a multi-year extension. There have been conflicting reports about just how much Lamb is seeking in a new deal, with some claiming that the 25-year-old is seeking to reset the market for the position, following Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson, whose new deal sees him making $35 million per year over the next 4 seasons. Regardless of his expectations and those of the Cowboys, Schefter sees the two agreeing on a contract. "I think the two sides aren't that far apart on a deal," Schefter told McAfee. "I don't think it should be that difficult, but again, it's Tuesday, August 20th, he's still not there, still hasn't gone through camp, so this has not gone the way that everyone expected. My understanding is that the two sides aren't all that far apart, and somehow, someway, I and others believe that they will figure out a way to bridge their differences so that Ceedee Lamb will be there for Week 1. When asked about the ongoing holdout of his star wide receiver, Cowboys owner/president/general manager Jerry Jones told the media that the two sides are having promising talks, per ESPN's Todd Archer. Jones' comments seemed to echo the sentiment spoken by Schefter. After the team recently made an offer that would see Lamb become the league's second highest paid receiver behind Jefferson, Jones spoke on his optimism, saying, "Well, I think I am, and when I say that, it doesn't sound too promising. The facts are that I believe we'll come together. I don't want to speak for him, that's what I'm trying not to do, but we wouldn't have offered him what we've offered him if we didn't want him to be here." It's a lot of talk for a team that has seemingly been ice cold in recent weeks concerning key player contract negotiations, but combined with Schefter's comments, Jones' optimism may be worth buying stock in. With his holdout affecting season preparedness, Lamb's deal will be a huge weight off the team's shoulders, but Dallas will still have the extensions of quarterback Dak Prescott and outside linebacker Micah Parsons to contend with. Empty guest room catches fire at Cowboys training camp hotel, no injuries. A fire was reported Tuesday in an empty guest room at the hotel in California where the Dallas Cowboys stay for training camp, but there were no injuries, according to the team. The fire was contained to one room, according to the team, and practice activities weren't disrupted. The Cowboys have 2 more workouts before breaking camp Thursday. Dallas has held training camp every year since 2012 at the hotel complex that is adjacent to a pair of practice fields in Oxnard, California. The Cowboys were in Oxnard intermittently before then while also training in San Antonio. The Oxnard facility was the training home of the Raiders when they were in Los Angeles in the 1980s and 90s. The Cowboys trained in Oxnard for the first time in 2004. With the regular season around the corner, time is running out for position battles to be settled. Who must make the most of Week 3 of the NFL preseason? Eric Edholm identifies one thing to watch for on each of the 32 teams. Broncos head coach Sean Payton announced on Wednesday that rookie Bo Nix will be the team's starting quarterback for the 2024 regular season. Patriots head coach Jared Mayo said Wednesday that while Jacoby Brissett remains as the projected starting QB heading into the final preseason game, it remains a competition between the veteran and rookie Drake May. Patriots signal potential interest in trade for Cowboys star Ceedee Lamb. The New England Patriots might be exploring a trade for Dallas Cowboys star receiver Ceedee Lamb, who is unhappy with his current situation. The Cowboys and Lamb have been in a tense negotiation on an extension. Lamb has missed all of training camp and a pair of preseason games as part of his holdout. The 2020 first-round pick is eyeing a deal that will put him on par with other top receivers around the league. The high mark is currently held by Minnesota Vikings receiver Justin Jefferson, who is hauling in $35 million per season as the highest-paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Lamb would like to get around that number and recently turned down a deal approaching $33 million per season from Dallas, per Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News. The Patriots were in the mix in trade talks for San Francisco 49ers receiver Brandon Ayuk earlier this offseason. According to reports, the team was willing to pay him around $30 million per season if they landed him via trade. Lamb is a much more proven commodity and is entering his prime at 25. Patriots first-year head coach Jared Mayo was asked about the potential trade for Lamb during an appearance on WEI's The Greg Hill Show on Monday, August 19. "You can't talk about players on other teams, but you can put a call in," Mayo said. Mayo Mondays. Pats HC, Jared Mayo joins. Mayo talks about Ayuk rumors. Mayo addresses if players want to come to any. Mayo on Ceedee Lamb situation. Mayo, "Can't talk about players on other teams, but you could put a call in," at WEI. Patriots Executive Vice President of Player Personnel Elliott Wolf recently said the team would continue monitoring the wide receiver market. "We make calls on all positions and on all players that we think might be able to help us," Wolf said, per NESN. "Sometimes, it's just to try to gather information from other clubs and kind of see what they're thinking about their own roster." Cowboys have shut down Ceedee Lamb trade rumors. The Cowboys resorting to trading Lamb is unlikely. During a recent conversation with the Doomsday Pod, Cowboys Chief Operating Officer Stephen Jones said that the team has zero intention of trading Lamb. "Ceedee can't go play anywhere. He's under contract, and we have franchise tags available," Stephen Jones said. "Ceedee isn't going to be playing anywhere but Dallas. We want this to be a good situation for him when we're all said and done. But also a good situation so that we can put a good football team on the field." Lamb finished last season with a league-high 135 receptions for 1,749 yards and 12 touchdowns. He helped power the Cowboys' dynamic offense and was Prescott's favorite target. "We think the world of Ceedee and we understand where he's coming from on this, and why he's not here. But we continue to work very hard on getting this deal done," Stephen Jones said. Cowboys need to lock up key players like Lamb. Jones has called the situation challenging, citing that the Cowboys are also eyeing extensions for quarterback Dak Prescott and linebacker Micah Parsons. All three could potentially set new standards for pay at their positions. Most teams would be ecstatic to have three core players who have earned record-setting extensions like Lamb, Prescott, and Parsons. But the Cowboys are taking their time to ensure everything is up for the team's future. "We've got a challenging situation. It's a good situation to have, but it's challenging when you have one of the top quarterbacks in the league and two of the best non-quarterback players in the league in Micah Parsons and Ceedee Lamb," Jones said. "It's a negotiation that we're having to work hard at. At the end of the day, you want to put some other players on the field. Those three guys can't go out and play the game by themselves. We'll continue to work at it." The Cowboys open the regular season on September 8 against the Cleveland Browns.